Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It is Friday, May 26th, 2023. This is Liz Fernay, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Hey, isn't this supposed to be a long weekend? I think we need to unionize this stuff and demand that the Friday before Memorial Day we get off, in addition to Monday. I'll get working on that and let you know how that works out, but in the meantime, we have a little bit of a news, so let's get into it, shall we? If you're parking anywhere public, please make sure to take the extra 30 seconds and make sure you lock your car. This week, there were several instances of suspects breaking into cars and stealing various items. Just this week, we have reports of at least 8 different cars being broken into after they were left unlocked. Also earlier this week, on President and Frederick Douglass Street, police responded to reports of shots fired. Upon arrival at the scene, it was discovered a single round had struck the rear door of a property. And on May 24th, officers responded to an armed robbery in Shadyside. The victim informed officers that he ordered an escort through an online service earlier in the day. The female escort, accompanied by a second unknown male, arrived at the victim's residence, and the unknown male left the female at the victim's residence. While the victim was showering, the male suspect returned with a handgun and demanded money. Both suspects obtained property throughout the victim's residence and fled in a maroon pickup truck. Southern District detectives are investigating the incident and ask that anyone with information contact them at 410-222-1960 or the Anne Arundel County Police tip line at 410-222-4700. The 2 suspects are a white female, approximately 25 to 35 years old, with a thin build and multiple tattoos, and a black male, approximately 35 to 40 years old, armed with a handgun. PNC Bank announced that it's closing 29 branches this summer. Almost all are located in Maryland and Virginia. In Anne Arundel County, they're closing their location at 948 Bay Ridge Road in Annapolis and 13 Lee Air Park Drive in Edgewater. Both locations are located in the Giant Grocery Store, which is a type of branch PNC is looking to eliminate nationwide. Yesterday, County Executive Stuart Pittman announced Jack Martin will serve as the county's Chief Information Officer. Martin's appointment began on May 25th, and he was serving as acting CIO since March 17th. Martin brings more than 20 years of experience in IT in a variety of disciplines and has spent several years working with the state of Maryland and state of Georgia. Leadership Anne Arundel has announced the Tribute to Community Leadership featured honorees for 2023. The Excellence in Leadership Award recognizes an Anne Arundel County individual or business who has made significant local impact to our quality of life, and the honoree is April Nyman, President and CEO of the Arts Council of Anne Arundel County. Then we have the Distinguished Graduate Award, which recognizes exceptional leadership Anne Arundel graduates who have adopted the heart of the community trusteeship and have made significant and notable contributions for betterment of our community. The honorees are Janice Hayes Williams, who was selected for her deep passion for history and her leadership as evident in projects such as the annual Say My Name ceremony, which is in remembrance of the 1,722 institutionalized patients buried at the former Crownsville State Hospital for the Negro Insane, the renaming of Whitmore Park to the People's Park in honor of the residents who were displaced in the 70s, and most recently, the unveiling of the new storyboards in People Park to honor and celebrate Old Fourth Ward's vibrant history. Janice is a historian, owner of Our Legacy Tours. John Corin, president of Bicycle Advocates for Annapolis and Anne Arundel County, was selected for his leadership by working closely with the city, county, and state officials to ensure bicyclists and bicyclist safety are considered in government infrastructure planning and legislation. Congrats to all the honorees. This is shaping up to be the 3rd most traveled Memorial Day since 2000, with an estimated 42.3 million Americans expected to travel 50 miles or more from home nationwide. More than 1 million of those travelers are expected to be D.C. metro area residents. The Maryland Transit Authority is advising Bay Bridge travelers to generally plan to cross the bay before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m. throughout the weekend. That travel window opens up a bit on Saturday afternoon, with the best time to travel beginning after 4 p.m., but on Sunday, try to cross before 11 a.m. or after 5 p.m., and make sure to just generally be safe and have safe travels. Now, I told you yesterday to stay tuned for more details on the Rotary Club of Annapolis's Crab Feast, and here we are. I guess I didn't think the update would be quite so soon, and I'm losing a little bit of my Annapolitan self. Tickets are on sale today for the 78th Annual Crab Feast. Again, the Crab Feast will be Friday, August 4th at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium from 5 to 8 p.m. Ticket holders will enjoy all-you-can-eat large crabs, corn on the cob, barbecue, and other treats. Tickets for general admission seating are $85 for adults and $25 for children. For those wanting to sit in reserved seating with a private entrance, it's $120 per person. As always, there's also various private dining packages. Tickets can be purchased online at www.annapolisrotary.org/crabfeast. Okay, let's talk more events. Who are we kidding? No one plans events around Memorial Day weekend, so enjoy time with your family at the shore or the beach, depending where you're from. And do take a moment to pause and remember the thousands who have given up their lives to keep America free. There is a Memorial Day parade and wreath-laying ceremony in Annapolis. The parade starts off at 10 a.m. and will follow the typical parade route down West Street from the Westgate Circle to Main Street to City Dock. And quick programming note, we also will be taking the holiday off, so there will be no daily news brief on Monday. Today on Canine and Crosstreks, we have Gracie. She's a 2-year-old Bulldog Frenchie Maltese mix. Listen to our spot now and then check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon for our irresistible photos and get all the information on how you can give Gracie her forever home. And as we wrap up, do me a favor and sign up for our weekly newsletter of events in the area. It goes out on Fridays at 12:30 p.m. You can sign up on the form on eyeonannapolis.net, or I'll leave the link right here in the show notes if you click the expand button. And many thanks, as always. Here's some podcast news for you. Tomorrow on the local business spotlight, Annapolis Boat Party, and next week, Modern Dermatology. And that's it. Now it's time to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I do hope we add some value to your world. And if we do, please leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and the Maryland Higher Education Commission. It's Friday, the weekend is here, and now it's just time to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, and keep shopping local. Other than that, we'll see you on Tuesday. Now hang tight, George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with the only locally forecast weather report. And of course, Canines and Crosstreks, so do hang around for that. All coming to you in just a minute.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, May 26th. Happy Friday, especially because it's Memorial Day weekend Friday, which is always a bit of a kickoff to the summer season for the region. And while it will be fairly nice today and tomorrow across the Annapolis region, with decent conditions Sunday and Monday, despite a little bit of rain expected, it won't be too nice at all if you're headed for the coast for places like Ocean City, Maryland, and Virginia Beach, Virginia. Look for sunshine today across the Annapolis region with highs in the low to mid 70s, with mixed skies tomorrow and more low to mid 70s with slightly breezy winds as well, to be followed by a chance of showers both Sunday and Monday, with temps generally in the 70s each day, while conditions along the coast will be cooler, wetter, and windier, with sunny highs in the upper 60s today in Ocean City, to be followed by rain Saturday, with chilly northeast winds gusting maybe to 30-plus miles per hour at times and up to 40-plus miles per hour further south in Virginia Beach, Virginia, with more rain possible Sunday and Monday, with temps remaining in the upper 60s to lower 70s for the coast. But hey, it's a holiday weekend and it's the start of pool and beach season, so get out and enjoy the cooler temps and lower humidity as much as possible despite any showers and storms in the area, knowing that the inevitable stretch of summertime heat and humidity is just ahead. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and long holiday weekend. Stay healthy and be safe. And don't forget, follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Anne Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
We're back here for Canines and Crosstreks, and we have a superstar here, but she's a little bit shy today. It's Gracie, right?
Yes, this is Gracie, and you can see she's very unique because of her mix. She's a Frenchie Bulldog and a little bit of Maltese.
The hair around the ears is killing me.
I know, and she's just gorgeous because she's just a unique look, and I think the long fur is the Maltese part. And she's definitely got the bulldog Frenchie face.
Oh, the big bug eyes and the
and
the breathing. The breathing is very
and the snoring,
yeah,
and all that fun stuff. But she's really, really sweet. But she came in very timid and very scared, and even trying to walk her on the leash and stuff can be challenging because she's just extremely scared when she gets outside. Any noise or anything around her just scares her.
How do you deal with that?
Well, little by little, we just socializing her and, not forcing her, but continuously kind of getting her on a routine and getting her out to walk and be around more things.
So probably not like kids.
Yeah, we don't recommend kids. And we don't recommend other dogs right now because she seems very skittish and scared of the other dogs. So she is an absolute perfect candidate for, fostering. And that this is a dog that would be fabulous to go to foster because the shelter, it's a little bit challenging enough in the shelter for her.
Well, that would explain why the other person's sitting here at the table.
That's right. Hey, how about that? Our foster coordinator's here. Wow.
And this is Sophie, who is the foster coordinator, right?
So,
and are you fostering Gracie?
I am not fostering Gracie, but Gracie needs to get out of here and learn to be a dog.
Yeah,
which
that's right.
She doesn't know how to behave.
Now, how does the fostering work again? Now, this you've got a dog that is arguably freaked out.
Yes.
For whatever reason. I mean, it could be just her personality or just be here or anything like that. But she needs to get. So you put her into a home.
We advertise her on Facebook. We have a foster Facebook page, and we have some very dedicated foster. Always step up for us, and she would need to go and just chill out, get away from the noise, and
looking at you.
Can you place me in a foster home?
You would be a tough place.
I need to chill out and get away from the noise.
You might be a tough placement for Sophie.
And they
really
feed you.
And
I got to get out of here too.
Exactly. Exactly. We do. As Sophie said, we have some really dedicated fosters that have been fostering for years.
Years and years.
Yeah. And people usually pick, don't you think, Sophie, like whether they want kittens or they want dogs or puppies. And some will do both.
And some will do hospice.
Well, I imagine that as you continue to foster, you probably become like the dog whisperer or the cat whisperer or the guinea pig whisperer. And you just sort of...
And it's very rewarding.
Very.
When we hand over a dog, like Gracie, and say, hey, can you socialize? And they bring her back, all confident and feeling good and ready for adoption.
Generally, they are adopted out of the foster home. They do not come back to the shelter.
That's the goal, right?
That's the goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how does that work if somebody adopts? I mean, I know when I adopt an animal from the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, I go in and I snuggle with them and I hold them and everything else. I mean, how do you do that when it's in a foster home?
Well, once we have your application, we would schedule a time for the foster to bring Gracie here and meet with you.
So it'd be the same process, but you would just need an appointment.
Exactly. Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like scheduling service at Annapolis Subaru.
Exactly what it is.
Actually, no more. We have express service now for general maintenance, oil changes, tire rotation, stuff like that. Wow. There's no appointment necessary. Our goal is less than an hour for the service, depending. And if it needs something else, then we discuss that. But yeah, we're trying to. Sorry to hijack your.
No, that's
there.
fine.
I saw a good opportunity to talk about express service because I'm excited about it. But yes, they schedule an appointment and then they just meet the foster here.
Yes, and hopefully.
Right.
It all works
Hopefully
out.
It's a match. And more importantly, this time of year is our kitten season.
Oh, yes.
So
wait, it's kitten season again?
It is.
Are we still in kitten season?
No, it is.
Well, it stopped for about 2 weeks.
It stopped for about 2 weeks, and then here we go again.
Yeah.
So Sophie is spending her time finding homes for...
That is, and it's very unplanned. Mm-hmm. We never know when they're coming. For example, today we had at least 7 come in unexpectedly. Mm-hmm. So we have to really quickly find...
Some naughty cats in Anne Arundel County.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Man.
But we need...
So you had 7 come in?
7 kittens underage.
Underage. Some needing to be bottle fed.
Oh, my God.
And some with eye issues.
Infections
some
and stuff.
medical issues.
Oh, my God.
And they came... It's only 2 o'clock. We could have more by the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
How many kittens do you have that are available to foster?
Well, it just depends on how many people tend to find out there and bring them here, because that's why we don't have, it's short notice, because they'll say, oh, we found this in an abandoned home, or I was walking out to my car and this kitten was right here by my tire, and they're just itty bitty. I mean, they are so tiny little furry things. And
right. Yeah.
So, and they need immediate care. Like you can't say, oh, we'll wait 5 days to get a foster, because they need to be bottle fed.
Right. You see them and you say, okay, vet or SPCA. Or,
and we try not to keep them here for long, just in case they get sick. Mm-hmm. Or they're already so fragile, it's better for them to be not in a shelter environment.
So this is an unexpected kitten season right now.
No, it's the fact
kitten
that
season part is expected. The unexpected is how many we may be getting that day.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not sure.
We need to quickly find a foster.
Mm-hmm.
And fostering kittens is probably pretty fun.
It's pretty fun unless they're newborns when you have to feed them every 2 hours. Including at night.
That would be great for you,
So
Bill.
That does not sound super fun.
But she's so very, very sweet.
Yeah, she's super sweet. Very unique. I mean, it's that Frenchie. Frenchies are very, popular dogs.
Oh, yeah. Really popular.
And, if you're walking downtown Annapolis with, after she chills out and gets settled down and then gets adopted, you're walking downtown, people are going to be all over you.
Oh, absolutely.
They'll be like, what kind of dog is that?
Really? And she's big. I mean, she's like bulldogs and stuff, and Frenchies can be. But she's got a cute little body on her, too. Which is nice.
That's exactly what I said when she came in. I was like,
what a cute body.
That?
Oh.
Yeah, what is that?
I said, what a cute body. Yeah. That's exactly what I said.
But how do you learn to foster? AACSPCA.org?
Yes, there is a foster application on our website.
Okay.
And...
You get your background check and your regular inquisition that the SPCA normally does?
Yeah, making sure your pets are up to date on vaccinations, not only for the safety of our animals, but also of yours, in case a foster comes down with a disease, which happens, so that they don't contaminate your dogs.
Right. Anybody is maybe on the fence about adopting a dog and or a cat and wants to try one out?
No, we don't really do that.
It's not really like to give it back, but I mean,
We
just
don't really do that.
to see if that's it, to be able to foster something and see. I mean, I know my daughter's in Manhattan and she's fostering a kitten, and she's like, I don't know whether my apartment is too small for it. So I mean, she may be a one and done, she may be a failure, or she may continue on to it.
Right. So
they'll tell you if your apartment's too small before they allow you to foster. It's part of the process.
You can measure their houses.
Okay, now
I know our
open
application
up your
process.
refrigerator.
Yeah, I know our application
I see
process
dust
is
bunnies
tough,
under the
but-
bed.
Yeah, your application process. It's easier to buy a car
Because Annapolis Subaru is so easy
because
to work
we make
with.
it so easy.
That's
Exactly.
right. Their
Yeah.
customer service is
We'll
just
work.
amazing.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
We'll work on that.
This is great. It was wonderful to meet Gracie. It was wonderful to meet you. And thank you for doing all the work that you're doing to make sure that all
thank you
these
very much.
animals get the loving homes that they need to
It's
be
a
in.
pleasure.
Well, I tell you, man, you couldn't have asked for nicer weather for a walk for the animals.
Oh, it's just
That's
an
for sure.
absolutely beautiful day.
You know, it's psycho Maryland weather, though. It's a little bit warmer than I would expect for a spring day, but
It was nice in the shade, though.
Right.
You
And
know.
it was cool for our 5K, so that's great. Which started at 8.
it really was. And I will say that I did get in touch with Renisha, the county executive's chief of staff, and
You
I
did.
gave her a rat of crap about the whole charging thing. So we'll see if this changes next
Okay,
year or not.
we'll
but-
see what next year
Did
brings.
she seem to be receptive?
Well, I said,
surprised?
I said, you know what? I've got a real big bone to pick with your boss. And she was a little bit surprised.
Yeah.
So
Most
hopefully
people are.
she can advocate for that as well. But it was great to see all the sponsors that were out there. I mean,
Absolutely.
Annapolis Subaru with their big old swag. And
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think
And
we
a cool car.
ran out of lint rollers, right before it ended.
Yeah, well, that's perfect. Everybody can use one. And we do want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. Obviously, Annapolis Subaru. Thank
we
you
had,
very
what,
much.
Growls?
Growls, Spoiled Rotten Dog.
Right.
Those are all our top sponsors. And so thank you. Also, Bright Key and Perfect Pet.
Yeah. No. You can't do it without sponsors.
That's right.
That's for sure. You've got Pints for Paws coming up soon, right on the same day as the Bands in the Sand with the Chesapeake Bay
That's
Foundation.
right. It's going to be on June 10th. And Pints for Paws is going to be from 2 to 6. And Bands on the Sand is what time, Billy?
6 to 10-ish.
Ish. That's right.
Whenever they shut her down and tell us to get out of there.
There
So
you
you got
go.
to pace yourself that day. It's going to be a big day. Maybe
I do. It's going to be
maybe 1 or 2 pints
Event
with
to
the,
event.
with the paws.
Hey, I did see in the wild, I spotted a Solterra.
Ooh.
In the wild. You don't see them too often.
Yeah, no, we haven't sold too many of them. We haven't gotten too many of them, but yeah, they're good looking cars, right?
They are. I still don't like the front of any electric car. There's not one electric car that I like the front of. It's just because it looks so bland.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. It's just something I don't like. But
What do you think of the back?
it's sharp. It's a nice crossover. Or is SUV? Is it an SUV? It's a crossover.
SUV-ish, yeah. It's about the size of the Crosstrek, a little bit bigger.
Yeah. I was reading in the Wall Street Journal too that you guys are getting ready, not you personally, open up a second assembly line, and they're going to put 4 new crossovers by 2028.
Yeah.
And 3 of them by 2026.
Yeah.
All electric.
All electric, yeah. The president of Subaru Corporate over there in Japan made a casual announcement about that in his investors meeting. Yeah, it's exciting.
It's funny when I sit here and I say, yeah, in 2026 and 2028.
Like, oh, it's so far away. And you're like, wait a second. It's not.
It happens so
It is
fast.
not that far
That's
away.
right.
It is very close.
So that'll be exciting to see what you come up with, though, on that, though.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something that is on the forefront. Everybody's talking about it. All the manufacturers are doing it, and Subaru has been a little bit behind the 8 ball on the whole electric vehicle thing, but they seem to be catching up quickly.
Fantastic.
So,
well,
exciting stuff.
I'll tell you, as we wrap it up, if anybody would like to foster or adopt Gracie, she is available. You can go to aacspca.org. She's just the sweetest little thing.
She really is.
I shouldn't say little thing. She's kind of chunky.
Yeah,
but
She's like a medium-sized thing.
She is.
She's a sweet little medium-sized thing.
just real chill. I mean, I can just totally picture watching like Succession on the couch, and she's perfectly content
Hanging
just
out
to
with
sit there,
you.
hang out. And if you are looking for a Crosstrek or any of the wonderful cars at Annapolis Subaru, AnnapolisSubaru.com is where you want to go there, or you want to go to, and I always screw up the address because I know where it is, but was it 149?
149 Old Solomon's Island Road, right there across from Chevy's, in between the town center and the harbor center on the other side of the road.
That's right, and you can't miss it because they got a brand new spanking shiny express service lane. With a new door. With new doors, yeah, they're pretty awesome. I've never been so excited about doors. You know, it's like the door, you go in and out. These things are fast. They're nice.
Awesome. It was worth the wait. There you go.
It was. All right. Well, we will see you guys next week. And hey, congratulations again on the Walk for the Animals. Do you have any idea how much money you guys made?
You know, we do not have that calculation just yet.
That's good.
Hopefully
You need
we
a bigger calculator, right?
That's right. That's right.
But don't forget, John, it could have been more.
Right. We will see you guys next week.
Thank you.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.